Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppet, still down in sunny Alsace, but inside in the echoey room at Humbeck Tap, a little room I have for myself right now to do a couple of reviews before a happening outside the vineyard. And I'm drinking West Coast IPA instead of wine. So we're drinking something I'm really excited about. I got this from Isaac. Isaac sent a lot of new slice releases. Some of them are TMOH IPA, but who cares? They've been stored cold. I'm sure they're going to be dope still. So this is a collaboration between Slice and Beachwood. And Beachwood, in my mind, is also one of those iconic producers of West Coast IPA. And this is their collab called Mega Hop 3000. Look at that artwork. Best Coast forever. Crispy dank. West Coast beers aren't dead. Team Clear beer. So many awesome sayings on there. So this is a monstrous West Coast double IPA on 8.5%, dry hopped and hopped with Mosaic, Strata, Enigma, and Columbus Cryo. So I think we're gonna get like a new school meets old school kind of beer here. A lot of people I know that's tried this said this is dope and this is world-class West Coast IPA, modern West Coast. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I actually also got a spare can of this that I sent to Hop Skull Beer Guide. So you should definitely check him out and see what he thinks of the beer. He's been really excited to try Slice, so it's going to be fun to see what he thinks. So pours, look at that. I mean, you could almost, can you see my head through the glass? It is crispy, clear, crispy looking and clear. And it looks like it pills. It's more orange on camera, but in real life it's like just golden straw yellow, super pale. It's crazy. Oh, maybe you can see it a bit better there instead of my hand being behind it. But yeah, it looks really nice. It had a very nice fluffy white head when I poured it out. Let's check out the aroma on this bad boy. Yeah, this has definitely got Columbus. It's definitely old school meets new school. Like from afar, I got a lot of Strata. I got like a lot of that like really passion fruity aroma, but there's definitely like passion fruit and then like that Mosaic dankness. But it's got, okay, I got loads of Mosaic blueberry kush there. But it's got a huge hit of like chivy, oniony, dank Columbus hop. Like, I really think Columbus smells a lot like chives. And in this one, it really, it has aromas that reminds me of like drinking like, you know, Pliny and like even to some extent like Heady Topper and like, even though Heady Topper some people consider a, you know, hazy IPA, but like that, just like that Sierra Nevada hoppy Columbus Cascade aroma. It's got loads of like grapefruit too from Columbus, but it's like really, it's almost like hash or something like that. It's like really oily dankness, like it's not like fresh meat. It's more like this oily dank hash thing. Oh my god, it smells so good. The more I smell it, I'm just getting loads of blueberry kush and like pineapple. Oh my god, let's sink our teeth into this. Thanks so much, Isaac. Again, this is from the 15th, 16th. It's Hopzilla, it says on the bottom. So from the 12th of May. And we have the, 3rd of July. So it's close to 2 months. It smells awesome still. But it's been kept cold, so I'm sure it's going to be damn fine. Let's check it out. Cheers. Yeah, baby. That is so dank. Slice nails the dankness so bad. I mean, Beachwood does a lot of like really awesome flavor IPAs that also have a lot of dankness. This is so like, it's both cushy, like pineapple kush and blueberry kush, but then it has, and I think that's Columbus, this oily, resiny dankness. And it's so light and crushable. Like, you could drink liters of this. This does not drink like an 8.5% beer. I'm amazed how well that's holding up. This is definitely a modern West Coast IPA with old school flavors. Kind of like Dank of the Dead. But I'll say this one, like Dank of the Dead, I was a bit disappointed because it had loads of old school flavor. I think this one has a bit more of a new school flavor, and I expected this to be a tad more old school in profile because Beachwood was involved. I think they make a lot of really nice, also fairly bright and dank IPAs, but they have that often classic grapefruity, earthy, hashy flavor that this does. Man, this is amazing clear beer. Slice is just slaying the West Coast game. I think my two favorite new brewers at the moment in the US is Slice and North Park. Their West, man, this is so good. It's so good. They're just slaying that West Coast game. Fuck me. Really, like, so, the first, some cans of Slice have had like issues with carbonation. This is perfect. It's like medium high, at least in the beginning, but this is just top tier. I'd imagine like this super fresh, you'd have even more of this blueberry kush, pineapple kush, like dankness. Like it's very forward now, but I imagine it would be even higher. There's like grapefruit pith. It has like this really nice chivy, ramson and garlicky, oniony flavors from Columbus, but it's a backdrop that's sitting on the palate. It's not like up front where it's all these bright hot flavors. This really makes me want to try and mix. Like I've been trying to brew a lot of stuff like this lately, and so far I think they've been very good. But I'd love to try and do something like this where you combine both old school and new school flavors. It tastes like it's really heavily saturated on hops too. I think they use a lot of hops in this one, and it's just like burst out of the glass with like awesome, intense, dank, cushy hop flavors. But then like all that resiny, garlicky, oniony things underneath. Super light, crispy, crackery malt backbone. Like the lightest malt backbone, but like it's so super dry and like nicely bitter. It's not like over the top bitter as some old school West Coast beers were. And I've seen some people, like at least when they've drunk our new school West Coast beers, they want that over the top bitterness. But if you go over the top with bitterness and all these kettle hops, you're not going to get that bright fruity flavor. And then you're not going to end up making more of a classic West Coast beer. Whereas, you know, if you go this route, you get more of this bright singiness. Because I'm guessing maybe, like, there's probably some kettle hop additions in this one to get all that oily, hashy flavor. But it could also just be a huge, you know, Columbus Cryo dry hop. This is a bucket list visit brewery for me now. Like, next time I'm going to California, I'm going to be hitting up Slice. I'm going to be hitting up North Park. And when we're at Slice, we're going to have to hit up Mox as well. I don't know when that trip is going to be made, but I really want to go back to the West Coast, man. The hoppy beers I fell in love with back in the day was these West Coasters, and I'm just coming back to them, especially these new ones where they focus on really bright, fruity hop flavors, but they're still dry and bitter beers, and super clean. Like no crazy yeast esters, no super sweet overripe stuff. Like juice bombs are nice, but I'd 10 times rather drink this nowadays. So let's just quickly sum up. Super cushy, dank blueberry flavor, dank pineapple kush. So like Strata and Mosaic really playing in with those flavors. And I think both Mosaic and Columbus kind of plays into all this resiny, earthy flavor as well. Or not earthy, it's a little bit, but it's more like resiny and like hash oil or just like hash and like grapefruity and chivy, ramsony, garlicky, onion flavors. I think they play into that. And then Enigma, I think it's somewhere in between. Enigma, I've had in beers where it's been like super fruity, but I've also had it where it's been like kind of like this, where it's more like oniony, garlicky, and whatnot. But what I love is the layers with this. So like you have those robust, oily, resiny flavors and oniony and whatnot, but then loads of bright fruitiness, and that's like I don't want those heavy oniony flavors to stand alone in a West Coast anymore. You need some of that like bright, fruity, cushy, dank vibes to push everything forward, which I love. Like that just makes the beers even more drinkable. And then when you get some of these layers of the kind of more oniony, resiny flavors as well, and like all that bitterness, that leaves, you know, it just gives more complexity to the beer. But that being said, I also love when they stand alone with loads of fruitiness, but then like this like dry, bitter finish. It's, man, one of the best breweries around at the moment for hops is Slice Beer Co. Joe says it, I say it, they are just killer, and so is Beachwood. Beachwood has always been amazing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to drinking the rest of the Slice beers I have, because I still got a few that I'll be drinking while I'm on vacation. Some fresh American hops throughout Europe. This is going to be great. So, yeah, rating wise from Mega Hop 3000, easy 95. Easy 95. A great new meets old school beer. I love it. So yeah, if you guys had a chance to try Mega Hop 3000, it's like, how's with that dryness? They must use dextrose to dry this out, because it has that feeling of like bone dry sugar addition of some sort. But yeah, Wonderful, wonderful stuff. If you ever have a chance to try this, check it out. Drink it now while it's still really fresh. If you already had this, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Man, Slice is killing the game. Drink some more Slice. Get some clear beer in your life. Clear beer isn't dead. Or what is it? No, Team Clear Beer and West Coast beers aren't dead. No, that's for sure. So if you have this, guys, let me know. As always, comment, subscribe to the Facebook fan page and Twitter. Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and world-class West Coast IPA once again from Slice, and see you guys in another beer review.